Hello and good afternoon. My name is Paul T. and we're going to do a habitual thing. We're going to do a pre-trip, and today it's a pre-trip on my own car. And you can almost do the same pre-trip on anything you drive. And of course, the bigger the vehicle, the more you have to look at. Air brakes, you have to check the air brakes. But on a car, and we're going to check this car here, we're going to check it out. First thing we're going to do, of course, and you always take a look when you're coming up towards the car, are we looking at anything that might be bad, or our tires are low, or do we have any puddles or anything like that underneath the vehicle? You take a look, and I don't see anything there. It looks good. Also looking for damage on the front of the vehicle. Then we'll do our quick look around, or walk around here. We're looking at the headlights. See that everything is intact, secure. We're checking our tires. Of course, we can't check the nuts there because, of course, they're on there through our alloy. But we can check our tire depth. It's looking fine. Winter tires. We've got to get those off. We're checking for damage on the windows, on the body. We're checking our mirror to see if it's secure, not broken or cracked. We'll also check our door. Opens. Our hinges are good. Glass on the inside's good. And our seals. Seals around the outside and the inside. They're not cracked or frayed. So that we have a seal from exhaust, mostly, and noise. We'll also check the back door for damage. Check the glass. We'll open that door up. We'll check the seal. Check this seal. A little bit of garbage in there. Got to clean that out. Always good to clean up your vehicle. And our tires again. Check the seam. That one thing I didn't check on the front was the valve, the air valve, and they're good, tight. Go around the back. We're checking our glass, not cracked or broken. We have a little bit of damage, which I already know about. Backed into a snowbank. Shame on me. We're checking our registration tag here. In Nova Scotia, our plates have to read by the year and the month. So March 2019, my plate will expire, so I'm good for another couple of years. There's no more damage on the back. Again, we're checking the glass on the back of the car as well. It's all no cracks, no chips. It's not broken, as well as the tail lights. This is the reverse light. It's white. We're going to have a signal light and a signal light and a brake light, and as well as a marker light, and they're going to be red on both sides. Come around the left-hand side of the vehicle. Checking our gas. Press this little button here to open it. So, we're checking to see if the door is okay. It's not broken. The gas cap is on and tight. It clicks once. It's all tight. We close that door, make sure it's shut. We check these tires. We check the valve stem, the nuts, lug nuts. You can actually see the brake in there. You can see that it's looking good. You can actually see the caliper and the pads. They're looking good. Of course, these tires are good on the back. Winter tires all around. Looking at the body and the glass, not broken, cracked, or chipped. We're going to open the door. Again, checking our seals. Check the seals. Coming all around, we're checking our hinges. Our hinges are fine. And the seals on the inside. And the body. And it all looks good. And that the door operates correctly. Already opened the driver's door, but we're going to close it. Take a look at the body for damage. Both the glass is not broken, chipped, or cracked. The mirror is secure, not broken, chipped, or cracked. And this little mirror here, this is a neat little inset mirror that gives me that blind spot. And you usually set that on the driver's side only, unfortunately. Although the other mirror is one of those convex ones. And we'll check the front left tire. We're checking the lug nuts, make sure that they're secure. We can even see our brakes and our brake caliper and pad. Nothing's leaking. The valve stem's good, tires look good, and we've got plenty of tread. And our headlight on this left side, plastic, it's white. You've got our signal light and marker light on the left hand side, and everything else is white. It'll be amber. Okay, like with anything, we've done the outside, we've done a body check all around. With a car, now with any vehicle, I'll put the keys in. It shouldn't cause any noise. One thing that's very important when we're checking a car is that we also need our paperwork in order. So I'm now going to go to the glove compartment here, and there are three items actually, that we should always look at. And so we'll take a look at three things. Our insurance, to make sure that it is, the expiry date isn't up. We're showing it as a 9/3/2018. So we're good until next year in March. We're looking at our registration. This is of the plate. It's 2019 of March. So we're up to date with our registration for the vehicle. And the final thing is our safety inspection, which reads, as it should on our front sticker, February the 10th, 2016. It was done and passed, and in Nova Scotia we have 2 years. So this should read on the front there, that little sticker should read, and you see the second dot down. If I can point it out to you somehow, the second dot down is February, and the second punch, it goes 17, 18, 19, 20. So February 2018 is our safety inspection. So we're good until February. Next thing we're going to do, we'll put that paperwork away. We're going to turn the ignition on. And as you see in this particular car, it has a system check. So we let it do its system check. Turn the radio off there. And we're going to make sure all that goes good. And we see that it has some warning lights to tell us, first of all, that eco. You can see an eco right here. This is telling me I've got my transmission set to economy. And one thing about this little car, it has different drive modes, as can be set by this button here. I can set that to eco, sport, or just regular. So I like to keep it at economical, and it does work. We're looking at our other gauges down below, or other warning lights. A little bit of sun glare in here. Not sure if you can see it. So we have some service in off at the moment. So we're not asking it to tell us any of the service on the steering wheel. It's going to show me an option here, right here, to give me information. And we can set certain things for the trunk, the lights, the sound, the steering, and just the speedometer. So we have checking our ignition is on, our battery light's on, our oil light warning light is on, our check engine light is going to be on. Now, as the engine has now gone through its cycle, we can start the vehicle. So we start the vehicle. We're going to turn on our lights. We're going to check. We're going to see that our driving light indicator is on. We're going to see that our lights have gone off, that were warning lights. It's now showing a tachometer reading on the left-hand side, idling at about 1300 as it warms up, and it'll come down to almost 600 when it's, or go down to 600 when it warms up, as you can see. Warm day, and you can see the temperature actually is 14 degrees outside today. We're going to run it through the gears. That gets things through the transmission. I might check the transmission if I want to do that. So it's good. We have a half a tank of fuel, and we are basically ready to go. We've checked the glass inside. We checked our handles, our windows, and our doors. Our mirrors are adjusted to suit us. Looks good. So we're going to turn the car off. Fancy little sound. And we're going to open the hood. So let's go outside. Take the keys with me. So as you can see, a pre-trip is important no matter what you're driving, because you're going to be testing all the systems to make sure they're working properly before you go any kind of a trip. I like this particular hood on this car because you have nothing to have to hold it up. It has the hydraulic or spring-loaded or whatever you want to call those air-filled hinges over there. So we're taking a look at our engine. Not really much to look at in the engine. We're going to just touch base with all these things. Here's our battery. We're going to make sure the connections are good on our battery. This one's underneath, and it's all good. It has its own little fuse in here, and that fuse looks good, and everything's clean and dry. As you can see, this engine only has about 70-something thousand kilometers on it. And we could check in behind for any leaks. We're checking our belts. This is a serpentine belt. Pretty hard to check it, actually. Windshield washer. Engine coolant. We're at the low, where it's supposed to be. It'll make its way to full as we drive, but in most cases stays in between. We're checking our wiring and any leaks in our exhaust. And we can see, as with any of these front-wheel drive vehicles, transmission and engine all in the same spot. Check our oil. It's a matter of pulling the stick. Taking a quick glance here. Got all kinds of oil to full. You have the engine running just a little bit, but that wouldn't have done too much to the oil. And we would fill our oil up here with the proper so everything looks good. You're even checking for body damage around the hood, and we want it to latch properly when we're done. And that takes care of that. And that basically is a pre-trip on your vehicle. And we follow that same thing on any vehicle and just add those features that vehicle has. You will have conducted a safety inspection that makes your car ready to drive. Have a great day. This is Paul T. We'll see you later.